in the beginning.
Back everyone to Electric Eagle Gaming, coming at you today with a little NBA playoffs action. I'm going to be switching it up on you guys here today. And we do have the bracket all set. In the West, the Warriors versus the Houston Rockets, the LA Clippers versus the Portland Trailblazers, Oklahoma City Thunder against the Dallas Mavericks, San Antonio Spurs, and we got the Memphis Grizzlies at the 7 seed. Switching over to the Eastern Conference, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons, the Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets, Toronto Raptors and the Indiana Pacers. And so let's hop right into some predictions here. Starting with the Golden State Warriors, the favorite that just knocked out the Bulls' record from 95-96. I think there's a good chance they're going to sweep the Rockets. I know one game already happened last night. So I'm calling the Warriors to sweep the Rockets 4-0. Moving on to, they're just too good, too strong, too good of shooters. They have the whole package. Moving on to LA Clippers versus Portland Trailblazers. This is a tough call for me. I have to really think this one over, but I think I am going to choose the LA Clippers. Sorry about that. To win, because they do have Chris Paul, and I think he's gone home too many times in the playoffs, and I feel like this year he's really going to try to get past the first round, but the Warriors are going to hold him back in the second round, so I'm going to say Clippers win 4-2 over the Trailblazers. Moving on to Oklahoma City and the Mavericks. Oklahoma City looking so nice right now. They have had a couple of bad losses this season that they really should have won, but I'm going to say Thunder go 4-1 in this series. The Spurs Grizzlies. Wow, the Western Conference is packed with teams. Greg Popovich always has his players ready to go. I'm going to say Spurs over the Grizzlies. I'm going to go 4-1 as well on that one. I'm going to stay 4-1. Moving on to the Eastern Conference. LeBron and the Cavs taking on the Pistons. I don't know. The Cavs have been kind of sketchy this year, but they are the 1 seed. They do have a pretty nice record, but I just don't like how they're looking right now. I think they will get past that first round. So I'm going to say Cavs 4-2 against the Pistons. With Reggie Jackson, Andre Drummond, all them. Moving on to the 4-5 seed matchup. The Atlanta Hawks and the Boston Celtics. Another great matchup we have in store. And this one is tough to call as well. I think Isaiah Thomas should be ready to go. But same with Jeff Teague. They want to get out there and play good too. Al Horford's been looking nice lately. I'm going to say Hawks win this one 4-3 in Game 7. This is going to be a really close matchup, but that's what I'm calling Hawks 4-3. So then we have the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. I think I'm going to pick an upset here. The Miami Heat have been playing really well, but I also like the work the Hornets have been doing this season. I'm going to say Hornets come out strong in this 6-3 matchup and win 4-2 over the Miami Heat. Toronto Raptors, Indiana Pacers. The Pacers did get the win last night, but I don't know if they're going to be able to hold them off. They did win on the road. It was a great matchup. They played well. I'm going to say... No, actually, I'm going to go with my gut and say the Pacers win this one 4-2 and close it out in home. So, to recap, we got the Warriors moving on, the Clippers, the Thunder, the Spurs, the Cavs. Then I had the Hawks in this one. I had the Hornets and the Pacers. Alright, so moving back to the Western Conference, the Warriors taking on the LA Clippers. Warriors too good, too strong, like I said. It's going to be hard for someone to hold them off. I'm going to say they go 4-1 against the Clippers and move on to the Western Conference Finals. Chris Paul, he's going to go home devastated. And the Warriors are going to be in the conference finals again. Going on to the Thunder Spurs. The Thunder have had a tough time with the Spurs this year. They've had some bad losses. I think Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan's close to being done with his career. Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Danny Green, they're going to be ready to go. And they're going to go on to the conference final again. When it comes to playoff time, the Spurs are ready to play. I'm going to say Spurs win this one 4-3 against the Thunder. So now we have the Warriors Spurs in the conference final. Going on to the Cavaliers versus the Hawks matchup, the 1-4. I'm going to say that the Hawks are going to beat the Cavaliers in the second round of the playoffs in a tight one. 4-3. Hawks move on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Cavs go home second round. Then we have the Hornets Pacers. I'm going to say we got Kemba Walker, Jeremy Lin, all those guys on the Hornets with the new draft pick, Frank the Tank Kaminsky, Cody Zeller on the Indiana Pacers. We got Paul George, Monta Ellis, of course. So I don't know. It's going to be another great matchup again, but I am going to say the Charlotte Hornets move on to the Eastern Conference Finals, playing the Atlanta Hawks. And that may stun a lot of you, but that is my prediction. Alright, going back to the West, we do have the Warriors and the Spurs heading into the Western Conference Finals. And this is going to be a great series. This is going to go down to the wire. And you know, this is going to be absolutely amazing. I think the Warriors are going to prevail like they did last year. But I'm going to say it's in a tight one, 4-3 against the Spurs. Moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, I have the Atlanta Hawks and the Charlotte Hornets. Some bold predictions in the East. But I'm going to say the Atlanta Hawks. I like the work they have done this season. They look strong. They look athletic. They're ready to go. I'm going to say the Atlanta Hawks move on to the NBA championship 4-2 over the Charlotte Hornets. So we got the Warriors Hawks in the NBA Finals for this golden trophy you see down here. The Warriors, I don't know if anyone can handle them. Like I've said, I know it's been repetitive, but that's the way I feel. I'm going to say Warriors go over the Hawks 4-1 in the NBA Finals. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this NBA playoffs. And have a great rest of your day.